Well, just looking at the names of the filmmakers and the titles of the films, it's a very exciting year. I can't remember looking at a catalog of films that has been so exciting, and to actually have to watch every one of the movies is a great privilege and a thrill. So, I've done a few other juries, and there's always a few films that you're not looking forward to, but I'm pretty excited by the lineup this year. So I'm very thankful to Marco and his team for collecting such a great selection of movies. Well, it's as primarily an independent filmmaker, it's always an exciting time when the independent films surge and people want to go see them. And it seems to be, I've been in it long enough that I've seen the cycle where then those films dry up and everyone wants to see the Hollywood blockbusters. So it's exciting times when filmmakers that are trying to do something different are actually getting financing. But I still think it's really hard. It's always hard to make films that are not, that don't fit perfectly into a box. And I'm sure that struggle is continuing, but I think, places like the Venice Film Festival allow a lot of those films to happen because people are drawn by the prestige of having a film here, and the selection generally is those types of movies, so that's great. As a filmmaker, just getting into the competition is enough of a prize, has always been. And so I've always seen actually having won a couple of prizes, it's kind of the kudos that comes with it. It's always exciting. I never go in with the expectations of winning or anything because, I don't know, juries are always their own thing. It's not like the world is judging the film, which happens when the film leaves Venice. Then it goes out into the world, hopefully, and gets an audience, and really people sort of make a judgment. Here we are, just 7 filmmakers, artists from different places in the world, and so I think juries are very, very specific, and they don't actually. I think to actually win a prize, it's a lot of circumstance. You're in the right place with the right jury at the right time. It doesn't, and then again, it's almost impossible to judge films because they really are apples and oranges, and taste is such a strange thing, and we're just a small section of possible taste. So I think it'll be what we decide in that moment. It happens to be the film, but if you look at the history of films that have come out, sometimes it does help a movie, sometimes it doesn't. It's usually the film itself that has life. So for me, this is really just fun, and shouldn't be taken too seriously. I hope that's okay. I think we just want to. I think the most important thing is just to approach this with as much honesty and openness to all the films. Go in with no prejudgments on them as possible, and just for me at least, because I can't speak with everyone else, just try to vote with what emotionally and intellectually affects me the most, and just be truthful with that, and then to listen to my other jurors and hear their points on it, and just to have a real dialogue about movies. That's the most exciting thing. We did watch a movie this morning, and then we had a very spirited conversation about it for about a half an hour backstage, and it was great just to hear different opinions from all these different artists that really are great at what they do. So, seeing Marco's butt question. That's very easy for me because Marco likes my movies, so I approve of Marco fully. But what's exciting to me about Marco's selections over the years is that, he does a great combination of, writer, directors, true authors, as well as taking huge risks with his international his selection from countries that are, a little less free with their filmmakers, as well as always having a really nice balance of sexy films that are just, a lot easier on viewers. and he really puts together a great, mixture and pot roast of all these different types of films, and it gives you a really great, coming to Venice and seeing the movies gives you a great, cross-section of what's happening in movie making in the world, unlike anywhere, because of that combination.